Hey everybody, it's me Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in. Resonates with the Earth's electromagnetic field. Strengthen up your aura like Goku. Balance out psychologically and emotionally. Strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence. Get yourself a plant-based diet going today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are herbivores in nature. Balance out your physical body's pH level as well. Get with alkalinity, then generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind. And then set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. Now today I got a very, very, very special video on your spiritual awakening. Okay, so if you are into opening up spiritually, more dimensions of your experience and of your life, you definitely want to stay throughout the whole video, because I got deeply insightful information all about the global spiritual rise. Okay, so get comfortable, get relaxed, get outside to tune in better. Today's video is the Great Awakening. Now, let's get right into the Great Awakening. Okay? The Great Awakening is a global and universal shift in vibration and consciousness. Consciousness being awareness. The Global Awakening is not some movement that is being made up by the people who are not in knowledge, but in actuality, the Great Awakening is a literal energetical shift that the earth and the universe is going through due to astrological and astronomical fluctuation. Okay, so it is all cosmically proven, and it is literally all going to take place within the next few decades and 100 years and even thousands of years. Okay, so let's expand upon what the Great Awakening is. Alright, I gotta slow down a little bit to basically get everybody in accordance and synchronicity with the Great Awakening. The Great Awakening, like I said, is a global and universal shift in energy and consciousness. Okay, so when the earth goes through a shift in energy and consciousness, when our energy fields start to rise, and when our awareness and consciousness starts to rise, we then start going through literal experiential changes and physiological changes and mentological changes, psychological changes and spiritual changes. Okay, when the earth goes through a basic difference in its rotational wobble axisly, or its axis rotation goes through a change, it completely changes the entire earth, and this changes the Earth's electromagnetic field. Just as we have an aura, the Earth also has an aura. And whenever its axis rotation changes or its wobble changes, when it goes through any little change, the entire Earth's electromagnetic field completely goes through a different fluctuation, and everybody on the Earth, which build up the Earth, because everything on the Earth actually builds up the Earth, so that means we are like cells in a body. We exactly are cells in a body. Okay? The human race and everything else on the Earth, the animals and the trees and the plants and the marine life and the water, everything on the Earth builds up the Earth's body. So when the Earth goes through a electromagnetic fluctuation or a difference due to the change of its rotation or its axis rotation, it basically changes all of the electromagnetic fields of the people dwelling on the Earth. Okay, and this is exactly what has the human race or everything on the Earth going through this shift in consciousness. Okay, and this is what the Great Awakening is. It's a literal change in the Earth's rotation. Okay, the precession of the equinoxes, if you do not know, in astronomy is actually a period when the Earth shifts into another axis rotation, and it basically comes into a different phase of the precession of the equinoxes. The precession of the equinoxes is a path that the Earth follows, or a rotation that the Earth is set to, and it's comprised of 4 different yugas is what they're called, but it's 4 different phases. These 4 different yugas are literally quartered every 26,000 years. We shift into another yuga. Right now we are in the Dwapara yuga, which is after the Kali yuga. When we were in the age of Jesus and Christ 2,000 years ago and before, we were in the Kali yuga, which is also known as the Dark Ages, which is why you see the climax of the Dark Ages, or to what we know as the climax being Jesus' crucifixion, and having it still everywhere, because it is the Dark Age. Jesus was a symbol of light and unification and spirituality and higher living in the widened electromagnetic spectrum, which is visible light. Okay? And the symbology of Jesus being crucified is that it was a dark age during the Kali Yuga, which actually says to us that the earth was not ready to wake up spiritually and to widen our experience to more of what the universe has to offer us, and more of the actualities and more knowledge. But now that it shifted into the Dwapara Yuga, which is after the Kali Yuga, it actually comes to a shift in that dark age into a lighter tone of awareness and vibration. So during the Dwapara Yuga, the earth is actually moving into the center of the galaxy, and with the earth going into the center of the galaxy, it is actually bringing in that fluctuation of that electromagnetic field, and this is what's bringing the entire embodiment of earth to come to a higher consciousness. The Mayans actually proved this with their calendar. We read the Mayan calendar as the end of the world taking place on December 21st, 2012. Okay, but we are going off a completely different calendar. We are going off of a Gregorian calendar, which is 8 years behind, or 8 years ahead. So December 21st, 2012 is what the Mayan calendar actually read. Okay? And it stated that it would be the end of the world, but this is also just symbolical of a new creation of the world, because creation comes about through destruction, and the Mayans were actually highly in tune with the earth, so they talked in high wisdom, and what they meant by the end of the world was actually just a great period of destruction to the earth. And in this destruction, like a snake shedding its skin, comes a new world, which is what the Great Awakening is, and what it is bringing is a complete new earth, higher in vibration, opened up to spiritual dimensions more often, and a widened electromagnetic spectrum, which is literal visible light. As of now, we only, with our 5 senses, see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum, and it's visible light. So we only see less than 1% of visible light. If we open that up to literal over 1%, everything would be different. We would be able to talk to aliens. We would be able to literally communicate with the specters that literally revolve around us every day. We would understand more of the formless entities that guide our life into the unconscious. We would understand a lot more, okay? We would see a lot more. But as of now, we only see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum, which is visible light. So what the Great Awakening is all about is it's going to bring a global rise in consciousness and vibration. We are going to slowly become aware that we are literally light. We are literally light. If you don't know about the holographic universe, check out the holographic universe. It is scientifically proven that we are literally just holographic projections. Okay? Go check out the holographic universe. I'll do a video on it for more information, but as of now, I don't have the actual study of the holographic universe, but it does scientifically prove that we are actually hologram in nature, and this backs up more of the truth that we are multi-dimensional beings having a human experience. We are spiritual beings or energetical beings having a physical human experience. Okay? Our physical bodies are temporary, and when we shed our physical body, we don't actually cease in nothingness for eternity, or we don't even go to hell, or we don't even go to heaven, or none of that. We literally shed the body, and we, like a dream, transition into another dream, and it is eternal life. This is why Jesus said, attain to eternal life, because he wants you to wake up to the truth of your reality of being an immortal being, a energetical being. Albert Einstein proved everything is energy. E equals mc squared. Energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. Okay? And he also further said that energy can never be created, or it can never be destroyed. Further backing up that you are immortal. Energy can never be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed, which is what death and birth are. They are states or intervals of transformation. In actuality, we are eternal energy in fluctuation. Okay, and the Great Awakening is going to bring this knowledge big during the next 50 to hundreds to thousands of years. All right. If you haven't seen my video, The Great Conjunction, check it out in the top right corner. The Great Conjunction was the astrological event of Jupiter and Saturn conjunct in Aquarius at 0 degrees apart that took place December 21st, 2020. which is actually the same date as the end of the world on the Mayan calendar. The Mayans actually just prophesized the Great Conjunction, or that astrological event, but we read it wrong because we are using a completely different calendar. We are 8 years apart from their astrological prophecy, and basically what they said is that the Great Conjunction, or Jupiter and Saturn conjunct in Aquarius at 0 degrees apart, actually is fluctuating the Earth's electromagnetic field to bring us to this higher shift in awareness. Okay, when the solar system goes through a very massive shift as of the Great Conjunction, it literally directly affects the Earth and everybody on the Earth. So the Great Conjunction basically sets into motion this galactic shift in consciousness. And ever since the Great Conjunction took place on December 21st, 2020, we are still having astrological events or ingresses, which are basically backing up or putting forward into motion the canonical shift in human consciousness. And we see this with the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. This was a very, very spiritual, expansive astrological event, and it is still every month bringing in a spiritual expansion with the astrological events that are taking place. Okay, it is going to be a very great time for spirituality. Everybody is going to start to wake up more to the actuality that the physical body is literally just a spire on a grain of sand, or it is literally just the point of a spire on a grain of sand on a literal eternal beach. Okay, and the mind is literally just a speck of dust. The grain of sand being the physical universe, and the entirety of the beach being the multiverse of the omniverse. Okay, and each one of these grains of sand hold life just as the earth does, as above so below. Okay, the Egyptian emerald tablets state, as above so below. What is down on the earth is up in the universe. If there is intelligent life all throughout the earth below, then there is even higher intelligent life all throughout the universe. The earth isn't the only living being. The entire universe is a living being, and the entire universe holds intelligent life forms just like human beings, and that is the truth. Okay, ancient civilizations have known this for years. Not years, actually. They have known this for eons, because life is eternal. Like I said, it's all energy. E equals MC squared. Check out my video on Maya. It's all about life being energy. Maya translates to magic or illusion in Sanskrit, and the Hindus actually knew that life was literally just energy, which is also why they say that it's a cosmic drama, because it is never going to die and it is never going to be birthed. Death and birth are just interval states of transformation. Okay? Get in tune with the Great Awakening, how to shift for yourself into a higher vibration, into the 4th or 5th dimension, how to open up more spiritual dimensions to yourself, how to see auras, how to open up more of the spiritual entities that literally reside all around us every day. Go get yourself a plant-based diet going. That is one way. Get yourself back into life. Okay? When you eat anatomically correct, okay, we are physiologically herbivores in nature. Check out that video right there to the top right corner. When you eat correctly and healthy, you can vibrate at a higher frequency, and And when you vibrate to a higher frequency, you can tune in to higher dimensions of the eternal energy. And this actually widens up the electromagnetic spectrum or visible light. If you balance out your body's pH level and get an alkalinity instead of mucus, you can literally reduce that mucus body, which is actually only responsible for magnetizing disease to you. And if you get with alkalinity, which is higher in the pH level, you can generate static electricity. You can strengthen your ethereal body, which is electrical in nature. And when you basically generate or induct more of an electrical current, you can tune into the universal electricity more often, and you can basically connect to the higher and faster or strong or strengthened vibrations. Okay, you can tune into nature more often. Nature is literally the source for amplifying your energy or your vibration to the absolute highest potential. Okay, nature is literally the source for getting in tune with your spirituality, which is literally just opening up higher dimensional understanding. Most people in America are living within the bottom 3 chakras because there is a lot of spiritual warfare, which usually, or which the goal of spiritual warfare is to imbalance us spiritually and energetically so we can live in states of lower vibration and fear. That's why most of America is living within the bottom 3 chakras: the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. Most people only live within these chakras. But then there's the heart, there's the throat, there's the third eye, and there's the crown chakra. When you open up the heart chakra, you are walking into the first way of getting in tune spiritually with the earth. Okay? It is green in nature. It is anahata in Sanskrit. Then when you start living in the higher 3 chakras, you start to experience the spiritual world, and you can open up and understand higher dimensions of life. Okay? The 3 higher chakras, the throat, the third eye, and the crown, literally are basically dictated or made up of the spiritual energy, and the bottom 3 are made up of the earthy, ethereal, kundalini energy. So this is why they want people in the bottom 3 chakras, because they want you in a physical form most of your life. But in actuality, we are literally immortal. This is why Albert Einstein proved that everything is energy, because he was always in the mind. He was a very, very remarkable, intelligent man, and he was always using his higher brain. He was using the crown, he was using the third eye, and this is why he proved that everything is energy, and energy cannot be created nor destroyed, which further proves that it is spirit, it is spiritual, which is also energy, which can never be created nor destroyed. Okay? We are actually eternal, immortal in nature. Alright? The third eye corresponds to the pituitary gland. Anatomically or neurologically, the crown chakra corresponds to the pineal gland, which is called the seat of the soul, which is actually containing all of the geometry known in the physical universe and spiritual universe, which is why it is used to basically communicates to higher entities. And the throat actually corresponds to the thyroid glands, which are known for allowing you to basically get in resonance with the sound body. Okay? Open up the heart by basically bringing up your energy, come into health, come into higher life, and you will literally naturally shift into living within your anahata chakra or your heart chakra, which is just above your sternum. Okay, chakras are actually translating to wheels in Sanskrit because the energy emanation is actually creating an energetical wheel, and that is why they are known as chakras. We have seven major chakras, and chakra, like I said, translates to wheel in Sanskrit. Okay, because when it basically radiates out, it creates a basic wheel shape or a radiance or a sphere. Okay, and that's why it is called, or they are called, chakras, and they are literally our energetical configurations. They literally tie our physical body to our energetical bodies. Okay, you gotta raise your mind's dimensional understanding in order to bridge the actuality of there being a energetical body all around me that is tied and generating this physical body. Okay, the Great Awakening is going to take place big. You already see it in the masses. The Jupiter in Pisces, if you have not seen it, check out this video in the top right corner. Jupiter in Pisces took place earlier in this month, and it is an ingress that is going to expand us spiritually, due to Pisces being the most spiritual sign, in the astrological or zodiacal wheel, and Jupiter bringing in great expansion with its energy. We are going to expand globally upon the spiritual expansions. Okay, and you might even see spirituality booming big in mainstream media. You already see it in the news. You see CNN covering various UFO sightings that they finally released. Okay, entities or aliens have not been released ever to the public eye, but they have been known about for eons. Okay, they are just as normal, like I said, as human beings. As above, so below. What takes place on Earth takes place anywhere else in the universe. Alright? So like I said, there's going to be a boom in spirituality all throughout the mainstream media and even all throughout the globe. And this is going to bring about a big change in the Earth itself. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe right here for more spirituality and truth. Click upon this video and give it a like for me. Generate some static electricity from the ethereal or earthy energy. I love you guys. Have a great day. I hope I got you in synchronization with the spiritual awakening. Enjoy your afternoon.